Why doesn't somebody do something about this? That question has changed my life twice, significantly, over the last 26 years. I want to deal with the most recent one. 2 years ago, I met a family from Pakistan, in Pakistan still. We met by Skype. Pastor who works with 100 small churches, a wife who is active in women's rights in Pakistan, their 2 teenage daughters, their 3-year-old son. They became friends and really part of my family. 12 time zones away, but part of my family. The threats against the family began to escalate in April of this year. They went from physical threats to threats of kidnapping the daughters, to threats of kidnapping the son, to threats finally of killing the entire family, which was untenable and unacceptable to me. So I began to reach out. I didn't know what to do. I talked to the State Department. They told me to write to the ambassador in Islamabad. I did. We received a favorable response in July. They went to get their visas in August. They were denied. I sent another letter. Finally, long story short, I met them at George Bush Intercontinental in the first week of October. Because the political situation was so charged due to the presidential elections here in the United States regarding the refugee issue, we couldn't get any traction for fundraising. We couldn't get any traction to really get anyone to pay any attention to what we were doing. And so we felt that it was best, since they were only allowed to bring 30,000 rupees, which is $3,000, into the country. Imagine being in a country you've never been to before and having $3,000 to take care of a family of 5. That's not going to last very long. So I reached out to some friends of mine, and I want to thank you, Mark and Julie and Soteria and Dr. Okuri, for answering that call. We still have quite a ways to go, and I'm hoping that you will be some of the anchors who will help get this out by your Facebook and by your Twitter and by your email accounts. And I'm hoping that everyone who receives this, my friends, my family, people who have labored with me in ministry, I pray that you'll get this out to people that you know. Because really, all we're looking for is 40 people who can give $100, or 80 people who can give 50, or you can do the math. What we accomplished, by the grace of God, is that the day after Thanksgiving, they were granted a path to permanent residence in Canada, which was a huge step forward. The host family that had been caring for them, very gracious family, 5 days before Christmas, there were just too many people under one roof, and so we had to get another place for the Sharafs. They had enough for 1 week's worth of rent. What we're trying to do right now is raise about $3,000 to $4,000 to help them get over the hump, be able to pay their rent for a couple months, get a small vehicle that they can get around in with their family to attend to their affairs until they're able to receive the equivalent of a green card in Canada, which I'm understanding is sometime in January or February they'll be able to do that. Long term, we want to be able to raise about $20,000 here, just so that we can begin the vetting process on additional families that we are working with, relatives of the Sharafs, to be able to help them to resettle. But we have a larger scale plan that would allow us to work with perhaps hundreds at a time through private sector cooperation with the church, and I'll deal with that in another video. I want to point out that my contact information is in this email that you're receiving. If not, please ask the person that sent it to you. If you need references, I have people who have known me and our ministry for over 20 years. If you're making a donation and having it tax deductible is important to you, we are a chapter in a 501c3, so anything that you donate is tax deductible. What I'm really praying that you'll do is give if you can. And whether you can or whether you can't, please forward this through your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, your Pinterest, your email, to people who you believe will hear from you in a positive manner and respond in a positive manner. I want to thank you for your time, And I want to thank you for forwarding this on and taking 5 minutes with me. Why doesn't somebody do something about this? Why not you? Thank you very much.